Welcome back to Let's Play Mac OS X, playing Civilization 5, the 1066 campaign. This is the third episode in this series. I actually recorded an hour, but made the mistake of saving it directly to my external hard drive, so that didn't work out, and the video got corrupted, so I'm redoing this episode. But yeah, so last time we took over London and Winchester, and Wareham as well, I think, and started mobilising on Bristol and started attacking Ipswich. So yeah, that's the recap. We've got 37 turns left to capture how many more? 3 more cities, I think, and also to build 6 of these Shire courthouses, and then to build the Doomsday Book in London. So it's going to be tight, but I actually did pretty well in my first attempt at this episode, but we'll have to see if we can do as well this time, or maybe better. So let's get started. I'll start in Ipswich, since we're already fighting there. So I realised watching back the first 2 recordings that the game was pretty quiet compared to my voice, so turned the game up a bit for this episode, so hopefully that'll be a bit better to watch. So we've still got these barbarians to deal with in France, and as you can see up here, this is our resources, our strategic resources, which are the resources you need to build units, or certain units anyway, like special units. So you need iron to build catapults, but as you can see down here, the bandits, or the barbarians, actually pillaged our iron mine, which is why it's on fire there, and that's why we've got a negative score of iron, and they also pillaged the horses, so we'll get the workers to fix those up, because until we do, we won't be able to build any more catapults. And also, actually, the catapults we have will be underperforming, I think, because of the lack of resources. I'll check that out right now, see if that's true. Yeah, so you see on the bottom left there in the attack prediction, it says strategic resource penalty 50%, minus 50%. That's because they don't actually have enough iron to supply that unit. So that means that these attacks will be a bit harder than they should be, really. But we should be alright. Fingers crossed, anyway. Yeah, okay, so in Wareham we've got some workers coming along to help make the town a bit more productive and to build the population up. See, that's going to take 9 turns until the population increases. And when the population increases, you get more productivity, so that in turn brings down this number here, which we obviously need to bring down, because that means it'll take 64 turns to build the court, and we've only got 37 turns left in the game, so we definitely need to change that if we can. Just try and get those archers into the fight as well. Crossbows, I mean. That's not very good. Don't want those pikemen to attack our catapult. That'd be pretty terrible. suppose we'll send these guys up towards Thetford and Ipswich. Oh yeah. I need to try and get rid of as many of the infantry they've got around here, so that our attack doesn't suffer from that. In fact, I'm going to change those two around so that they have a better chance of survival, which they probably don't now actually, because they won't be able to heal. What else? I'm actually gonna use this culture unit's great artist to gain this territory, so that we can use these forests to increase our productivity for London, I think. Okay. Oh dear. I didn't want that to happen. All that. Okay. Well, more barbarian units, but they're just warriors, which are the weakest unit in the game, or brutes they're called when it's a barbarian, I think. They're the starting era infantry, and they're pretty weak, so we don't need to worry about them too much. And most infantry units can actually attack straight from the water. That includes cities and stuff. So you could actually position infantry around the water when you're besieging someone. Oh wait. Oh right. Okay, we can't actually use the culture bomb there. We have to use it here. That's right. So yeah. Stop it. Now we have all that territory to use, which is good. I might just order up another worker in London. Okay. Yep, that's good. Oh, catapult there. Should have gone for them instead. Oh well. Oh, they didn't even win. That's not great. Okay, Ipswich. Hear me roar. So pikes are actually better at attacking cities, it seems. Cool. That's a success there. I wanted to get the weakest unit away from the what are they called? Berserkers, to try and protect them. now try and take out these guys. Get this pikeman in the way because they'll survive longer against them than the crossbows will. That's good. We'll do that to protect the crossbows, but we'll probably lose the pikemen straight away to these guys, unless... no, can't actually get there in time. Cool, okay. So that's one more city under our control, which I think we can build a Shire Court in. Yes. And I think Ipswich is pretty slow to build in, so I'm going to buy another worker down in Chester, send them up. Chichester, sorry, not Chester. I'm going to capture this great general. They just disappear, you don't actually keep them or kidnap them or whatever. Hopefully we should be able to take Bristol next turn. Okay, I'm going to put the granary in Bristol because it will help. I mean in London because it will help increase the population by providing more food each turn, which means that they'll get a higher population quicker, and that's good for building stuff, like the Doomsday Book when it comes to that. So, the Danes, we haven't got them on the back foot yet by the looks of it. Yeah, I thought that would happen. No, not on the back foot at all. They definitely want to take Ipswich back and protect Thetford from us. So, we need to do our best to stop that. Let's see. Lots of berserkers, not something I like to see. Not one bit. Don't worry about Bristol first, it's a bit more straightforward. Hopefully with all these catapults, this is the trouble, because our catapults are still suffering from the iron penalty, they're underperforming pretty bad. So here's those new workers, send them up to London. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to go to London, check the tiles. I'm just trying to remember, you can assign which tiles belong to which city. I'm also gonna get a great engineer, which will improve the city's product. If you look up on the left, improves the production, reduces the gold, and reduces the food. But it means they'll build things quicker. And since we've got that granary, which also produces 2 food, it'll actually cancel out the loss from the specialist. let's see what else we can do. I might do the same in Warham. Oh no, they've only got a market, so I can't do that. Just get them to build a worker. Let's see. I might just move everyone back, because while those while the berserkers are in the forest, they won't be able to attack us head on because their movement is slowed down basically. So I'm going to move everyone away to safety, and then when they've all my units have recovered their health a bit, I'll attack Thetford like in one unified movement. So let's see. So hopefully by the end of this turn, these guys will have finished the repairing the iron mine, and we'll get that back. Our catapults will be back to full strength, which we need at the moment, really. Let's see. Hey now. Let's swap these guys around and try and get those pikes to safety. Hopefully they won't attack. Okay. So these are our new workers in London. Won't send them up to Ipswich just yet, because it's not very safe up there. Well, so we got more units down here to send up towards Thetford. Thetford doesn't have a... we can't build a Shire court there, which is a bit annoying. So, but it's kind of in the way. It'll be difficult to take over Norwich, which is up here, without taking over Thetford first. So you kind of have to do that. Same with Oxford. We can't build a Shire court at Oxford because of how close it is to London. But we kind of need to get through it in order to get to what's north of Oxford in this game? Coventry, possibly. Stafford, and Stamford's up there somewhere, or there. So that's probably won't get that far in this video. There you go. So the iron is repaired, and our catapults are back to full strength. Oh right, that probably means there's a city there. Judging by the shape of the territory. Oh dear, it's about to lose some catapults. Damn. Whoa dear. So Denmark's definitely mobilising a bit of an army. It's just whether they're mobilising it against us or against England is the question. So yeah, another barbarian camp cleared. The motherland is safe for the moment. Okay, Bristol. Hopefully now that our catapults are back to full strength, we can actually beat them this time. So there you go. Another great person was born, a great general, because of the amount of damage we've dealt. What actually it might be for based on the amount of experience points your combat units gain, rather than the amount of damage they deal, possibly. I'm not 100% on that. I think that might be what it is. Okay. Cool. We have Bristol. And I'm pretty sure we can build a shelter court in Bristol. And then when all these units are back to full health, we can attack Oxford. And Oxford should be pretty easy because, as you can see, it's only 12 strength and 3 population, whereas Bristol is slightly higher. And also our catapults are back at full power, so it should be a much easier fight. And they don't... oh no, I think they possibly do have some archers there actually. Hopefully they don't. So we've got to worry about this Danish invasion, counter-invasion, which is a bit troublesome. Good. And then let's get these guys up. That's good. Hopefully those crossbows won't get a level up and heal themselves, because that'd be irritating if they did. What else can we do? Send these guys around here so they can recover their health a bit. Build some more farms and things in London. Great general can go to sleep. Keep him there for the minute. Let's see what's going on over here. Definitely looks like they're heading west towards whichever city is up there, and not attacking us, which is good. Yeah, oh, Northampton, there we go. And then run back to safety, hopefully. Now this will be good, because hopefully these units are quite weak to attack, but they're strong in siege, so hopefully they'll weaken Northampton so we can take it quicker. Okay. Gonna build a worker. And Bristol. Oi, let's get a Shire Court going. We'll see how long that's going to take soon. Yeah, Ipswich is also difficult. It's going to take a long time to build that. And Warren. So we're going to need to buy some workshops in those cities probably, but I won't do it just yet. Good. They're not going for our knights, which is nice. Ah, I left my great general exposed, so they captured him. Okay, so we lost a few units that turn. But they weren't too important, so we'll deal with it. Let's mobilise on Oxford then, shall we? Yeah, Oxford should be pretty easy to take. Just get rid of these archers first. Notice that if you send a unit up on a hill, they'll often be able to scout more of the surrounding area, which is why we managed to get all of that area scouted out just then. Send these guys back to heal up. Very good. Make this a medic knight. Did I explain that? I can't remember if that was in the video that killed itself. But a medic unit is one of the perks that some units get, and it means that each round that unit heals all the units around it, so it's quite useful when you've got when basically all the fighting you're doing is sieges, which is what we're doing, because it means you've pretty much always got a lot of units close together. Okay, so again we're kind of splitting our army into two. One to deal with the Danes, and one to deal with Oxford. There we go, get rid of that unit of berserkers before they take out all our crossbows and things. Okay, and then, oh, I see the crossbows did heal themselves, which is a bit irritating. So I go for the berserkers because they're more dangerous. Yeah, I'm going to take them out completely. Or not. Apparently. Choose production. In the capital, let's go for a knight. Cool, next turn. That's probably going to tell me that yeah, fix that. There seems to be, when you're at war, your workers often stop what they're doing at the end of the round, I guess to double check you still want them to do it. And it makes sense when there's like an enemy nearby, but sometimes they just do it randomly, wherever they are. Cool, let's have a crack at Oxford then, shall we? So yeah, again Oxford, just then it was still covered in shadow, which meant that we couldn't, even if I know all the catapults actually ran out of moves by the time they got next to it, but because it was in shadow. Even if we'd had the spare moves, they wouldn't have been able to target it until the crossbows got close enough to actually see it. Okay, there's a lot of Danes around, but they're all fairly weak units. Build a farm for Warham. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna send these guys up to London. We don't really need them down here. So we need to try and clear out as many of these units as we can so we can get Thetford and then Norwich. I expect Thetford and Norwich are all that Denmark has in England, because the next town north is Stamford, which normally gets taken by the Danes pretty quickly. Sorry, by the Norwegian army. That was risky. Cool. Bio. I'm gonna get them to build a worker as well. I don't think they're gonna survive this one. Oh dear. Okay. So, still a pretty big army they've got here. This could be difficult. Let's see if we can. Might be able to take over Oxford in one go actually, now that our siege units are back in full swing. Would be good if we can. It's possible. Fingers crossed. Yes, sweet. And then if we get Northampton, oh, Northampton actually won't be able to build a shire court, looking at how close it is to London, so that shouldn't be a priority. We should focus more on whatever's up here, which could be Warwick. So that's our next priority, Warwick. More lumber yards for London, more farms. Okay, let's deal with the Thetford threat. Ah. Do I have any scout units? Could do with having a scout unit to get a better idea of what's coming before it actually appears, like all these guys. I might send those guys north to anticipate what's coming. Okay, London. Build a monument, because then the monument provides culture, which contributes to border expansion, basically. In normal scenarios and normal games, it also is what goes towards social policies, which basically, I'll explain the other features that are disabled in this game mode in different scenarios when they're more relevant, but basically they give you, there's I think 10 different social policy tracks, and they each have, oh damn it, different they're basically ways of specializing your empire, and some of them you can't have all of them basically in the same game. So cool, more reinforcements. So you have to choose how you want to specialize your empire. So whether you want to keep it small and concentrated, or military orientated, or sprawling, or merchant based, or science based, or religion based, or for working with city states, or for working on your own, or for having allies, or for that kind of thing. Oh no. Those are tough guys. Okay, these pikemen aren't really a threat, because they can't really do anything on their own. Whereas the crossbows can just keep harassing us a little bit from a distance, which is always annoying. Hello? More reinforcements. Let's get them on the way. It's annoying the channel tunnel hadn't been built at this point in history, because that would really help mobilizing these armies. Okay, Warwick. So I'm gonna get my knight scouting over there. Lumber mill for London. Send the pikemen in. On the crossbows. Catapults. And more crossbows. And more crossbows. We've also got to watch out for not to get too close to Northampton, so that they can't reach us. Although if they have longbow men, they'll definitely be able to reach us anyway. Yeah, maybe when I do the Into the Renaissance, which is like the Crusades campaign, I will play as the Celts, so that we get to use longbow men. Because I think they're my favourite kind of early game or mid game unit. I tend to like using artillery more than, like, range units more than any other kind, and they're pretty much the best up until you get like proper artillery, because they're the other unit that's good is the Mongolian special unit, which is mounted cavalry, which has 5 movement points, which makes them really good at. They can basically, when they're sieging, they can get in and attack, and get out again. So you can take down a whole city with one unit because they never get hurt. Let's see. Move those in a little bit closer. These guys too. It's a bit annoying. Just put them there for now. We want to get Thetford out of the way as quickly as we can so that we can get Norwich to build a Doomsday Shire. Oxford. Let's go with a watermill, I guess. They're good for production. Any city that has a river like this on its border can build a watermill. And later on you can get windmills, and which have to be built on hills and other things like that. Hydro dams, much later in the game. So there are different advantages to having a city in a different position. Rivers also provide a defensive bonus if a unit has to cross a river in an attack, which is useful. That's good. I expect England has 4 more cities at this point, and Denmark has 3 cities actually in Denmark. Well, Denmark and Sweden are off. Sorry, Denmark and Norway are off, kind of on the edge of the map on the east. So they have a longer distance to sail to England, but they have the advantage that basically all the cities that are close by for them are far from London, so they don't have to take over loads of cities that are useless like we do as the Normans. As you can see, Warwick is actually coming down pretty easily. In fact, I might actually send an army to attack Northampton at the same time. I think that might be worthwhile. Since they're both pretty well undefended, I can I'll take 2 turns. I'll send them there for now. So this is good. It looks like the Danes are actually finally getting a bit weaker, so we can start laying the smack down on Thetford, which will get us to Norwich a bit sooner, which is the goal here, short-term goal. I'll do that, and then because the pikemen will be weaker, these units will be more likely to attack the pikemen rather than my catapults and stuff, which is always good. I feel a bit sorry for the pikemen, but you know, what can you do? I'll get them to help with that, since I sent the other guy over the coast, the channel. Gonna go with a worker, because after, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, after we've taken over these 3 more cities, we won't need any more. No, 2 more cities. We won't need any more army, really. Just a defensive army. So once we start building workers, we'll be able to speed up the Shire court process, because actually you can see the time is beginning to get close. I'm not sure how long the Doomsday Book will take for London to build at this point. I have seen it take 21 turns before, so that wouldn't be very good. Okay, next turn. Good. Northampton bought the bait. Warwick didn't so much. They'll be okay. We can capture that great general, which doesn't really make it much of a difference, but oh dear. You can make a catapult. He survived. Warham is still being very slow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase a workshop, which is quite expensive, but it will hopefully speed up the process a bit. Yeah, you see 17 turns, it makes all the difference. So now I'm going to build one more farm for them and then send Bristol 31. I'll send these guys up to Bristol. Build a farm there. Okay. I'm going to focus on these cities first. It's a bit more straightforward than the situation in the East Anglia. Really doesn't sound like a pleasant situation in there. Sorry guys. Cool, hopefully these pikemen will be able to do the job. Doesn't look like it. Oh dear. Can these guys do it? Yes. Sweet. I was a bit worried about that. We have Warwick now, so that's another Doomsday Shire we can start building. And now Northampton. Take it away, boys. The music's kind of intermittent in this game. See, I got self-conscious then and realised I was talking about it, started playing. You didn't know music was self-aware, did you? Now you do. Send those guys up, oops, to be a bridge between the cavalry, sorry, those swordsmen and my catapult. Let's see what else we got. How much health have they got? 6. How many tiles? 1, 2. Okay, so the swordsmen these swordsmen can only move 2 tiles, so they wouldn't be able to get to my catapult. And I think the city and the crossbow combined does 4 damage, so we can use the catapult. I might do that. You can just hang out there, get these guys up this way. Oh, pikemen. I'm going to send them there. And let's see what else we can do. Bio, let's have another worker. London. Oh look, Doomsday Book will only take 9 turns as we stand. That's pretty good. So I'll just keep building workers. to help out with the other places. Basically, because as you saw, building the workshop for Wareham was quite expensive, so I can't afford to buy 6 of them, which is what I'd need. Well, 5, 4. Exeter's doing well, but 4. I need 1 for Bristol, Warwick, Ipswich and Norwich, so that would cost more than I can afford. So what I'm doing in the meantime is building tile improvements to just kind of help out a bit. I'll definitely need to buy 1 for Ipswich. Okay, what time is it? How long has this recording been? We'll do 5 more minutes, 10 minutes, and see how we're doing then. Next turn. Yep. I don't know if it's clear. I kind of assumed it was and didn't explain, but when you end a turn, you click on the next turn button. If any of your units still have movement points left, you have to tell them to do something. You can't leave any units just hanging around. They actually have to have an order, and you can tell them to wait. Like, you can tell them to do nothing or to be alert. But basically, if there are any units left over at the end of your go and they haven't done anything, you haven't given them the order to attack or move or stay alert or do nothing, then it'll cycle through them until they're all done. So that just now wasn't a different turn, that was the same turn, but just tidying up at the end. And you can also queue a unit to move. So this crossbow are told to move more distance than it would take to move in one go, so it's kind of queuing it and doing it itself, which is why it's got this cog. So you can click that and it'll stop doing whatever you told it to before. Oh look, the Norwegians just captured whatever town that is, Stamford possibly. Oh, and by the looks of it, Denmark has a great artist. We should try and capture that. Although it might convert it to a just a worker instead of a great unit. And yeah, looks like they took the bait and attacked the pikemen instead of my catapults and crossbows and stuff, which is good. Which I wanted them to do. And Thetford is ours. The music's getting really eerie. It's like horror music. Violins. Wow, just pikemen are pussies. I'm not sure if I'll be able to take that, actually. Take that. Everyone loves take that. No one loves take that. They shouldn't anyway. Get up. Oh, just realised they're probably going to die because of Norwich and all those units around them. Sorry guys. Okay, let's deal with Northampton. Anyone else close enough to attack this go? It would appear not. that and that combined might be enough actually, so I'm going to give that a go. If all else fails, I'll... oh, that won't be an option. Oh, but that might be. Yeah. Sweet. So this has been a pretty good episode. I think this actually went better than it did the time that the computer ate my recording. So, silver lining, huh? Actually, oh well. This is annoying. These guys would be able to eat? Yeah, sure, why not? They'd be able to eat the catapults, but because of the marshy ground, horses can't get through that, so it would take 2 goes to get there, but I'll send them there. Why not? I'll take it as crossbows. So then we just got to take over Norwich, and then we've probably got all we need cities-wise to finish all the Doomsday books, I think. Or maybe we'd need another one actually. Warwick 1, Norwich 2, Ipswich 3, Bristol 4, Wareham 5, Exeter 6. Okay, we don't need any more cities. Sweet. So now I'll I will what are you doing? I will try and take over some more cities just to keep us safe from counter sieges, but we should be alright. Let's just double check how long it'll take London now. Oh, 10 days has gone up. Screw you guys. So we need to bear in mind that we need to finish all the Doomsday Shire court buildings with at least 10 turns spare to then take over, to then build the Doomsday Book Wonder, which we need to win. Okay, just gonna end this turn, and then we'll probably call it a day for this episode, I think. What? God damn you, Norwich. Screw you guys. Alright, now we've got a good opportunity to capture that great artist. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna bring this episode to an end here. I'll just do a recap on what's happened this episode. We took Bristol and Northampton and Warwick and Thetford and Ipswich. So that's pretty good. That's 6 cities in one go, compared to 5 cities in the first 2 episodes. So that's pretty good. Next round we need to take over Norwich, maybe have a little recce into the north, and otherwise focus on building all the courts in time to win. So it's still a race against the clock, but we're in a good position to win this. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you'll stay tuned for the next episode, which could possibly be the final episode in this short series. But in any case, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and to check out any other videos that will be coming up soon. Yeah, peace out.